built my own real-time stock scanner. No, this is not some third-party application. I literally went and bought a market redistribution license so that I'm legally allowed to share this kind of market information, and I built from the ground up my own stock scanner. This scanner has been crushing this morning. It helped out a bunch of members of the community, but unfortunately, I was working on it. I was making some upgrades. And then, of course, if any of you out there have ever built something like this, you know how every time you upgrade it, something breaks. I've been working on it all morning. I didn't get a chance to use it. That makes me pretty sad. But now, what I think might be a fun video idea is, let's see if this scanner can still find us opportunities on a Friday afternoon. If you've been trading for any amount of time, you'll know Friday afternoons are the most dead time in the market. If this scanner can still dig up some opportunities for us, that's a real good sign. I'll mention real quick before we jump in, this scanner is completely free until January 22nd. After January 22nd, there's not like an additional fee for this scanner. I am simply going to bundle it with my normal DayTradingStrategies.net subscription. So those of you that are already signed up to the website, the 4,000 plus of you that are already signed up, you don't have to do anything. You will just be able to continue to access the scanner. Obviously, those of you that want continued access after January 22nd, go sign up to DayTradingStrategies.net. You'll get access to not only this real-time scanner, but also the 150 plus trading codes that I have published on my website. So it's not any additional cost for this, just an extra part of the bundle. So the way I'm going to try to set this up is I'll have my scanner obviously over there, and then we'll watch the stocks that the scanner is alerting us on in real time. Let's see if we can't use a scanner like this to find some action even during the slowest part of the market week. So let's talk a little bit with what's going on with this scanner, specifically up here in the top. This is obvious. It's just your Are You Live? And by the way, this will change. Like, this isn't just static live market data. If you get disconnected, if it breaks for some reason, this will change to disconnected. So it's a real status, obviously date and time. The small cap gauge. This is the most powerful part, I believe, of this scanner. And it's the part I get asked the most questions about as well. What this is measuring, I'm going to mute this for now. What this is measuring is the strength, the total strength of the total small cap market over the last 2 days. So today and yesterday. The idea is that if the small cap market is hot, which it is right now, we're at 93%, we're up here in the green. This means the small cap market is hot. That means that you can use some of your more aggressive strategies. You can size up in your positions. You can get more aggressive. And today would have been an amazing day to do that. Hold on quickly. TRNR is hitting our moving now scanner. Let's go look while that is happening at what's going on. TRNR stock currently pushing up very hard. We'll get down to this moving now scanner and discuss the parameters of this in just a second, but there's a nice little real-time move for you. Anyway, today, this has been in the green all day, and it would have been an amazing day to take advantage of it because we've had a handful of stocks just go absolutely nuts today. VERO, JFRB, JAGX. Those of you guys that have traded today hopefully got to take advantage of those opportunities, and if you didn't, trust me, a scanner like this is going to help you out a ton because they've been lighting up this scanner all morning. So anyway, if in green, time to get more aggressive. If in yellow, trade like normal, trade your normal strategies, trade your normal size. And if in red, that just means that the overall small cap market, is a little bit slower. You're not really getting the kind of explosive follow through. So you can either not trade at all. It's kind of up to your own risk tolerance how you use this gauge, right? But you don't trade at all. Or if you do, you size down and you maybe exit your winners a little bit faster just because you know the overall market strength is down. This is actually why this whole scanner exists. I have for months now wanted a gauge like this. Wanted a way that I could quantify the market conditions for when I should use specific trading strategies. Because those of you that are subscribed to this channel will know the niche we cover on this YouTube channel is codified trading strategies. I'm an objective trader. And I always talk about how some strategies work in some market conditions and some work in others. And that's great and it's true, but how do you know? How do you give value to, okay, we're in this market condition, so I should trade this strategy? Well, now with this small cap gauge, you can do that. Next, we have our most recent high, and I'll actually unmute this, so if one goes through, you should hear the scanner read it out loud. There is an audio alert part of this scanner as well. So what this is doing, obviously, looking for stocks that have most recently pushed into highs, but specifically on the last top 20 gappers list. So if I come down, my second scanner down here that you see, the top 20 gainers today. So these are obviously the 20 stocks that are up the highest percent on the day. You've got price. There you go. Did you all hear that? It just read out a new stock. CGTL is your most recent one of those stocks that has pushed into highs. If we go look at CGTL, look at that. You've got a well-performing stock pushing into highs. That's the point of that part of this scanner in real time with the audio alert and everything. But anyway, back down to my top 20 gainers today. You've got obviously ticker, price, gain, volume, float, and you have this last high of day column. All of these columns can be sorted by. There goes CGTL, by the way. All of these columns can be sorted by. So I want to see the stocks that have the smallest float that are up the most today. I can click on this. I can sort by that. This last high of day, very fun one. I want to see the stocks that have most recently pushed into new high of day. Obviously, CGTL is at the top of the list. That's why that is here. And you also get a nice little visual of the rolling 2-minute percent change of the ticker in the last 2 minutes. Oh, look, now we have a new one. TRNR must have just pushed into new highs. We go look at TRNR. Look at that stock. Absolutely ripping up 4.5% over the last rolling 2 minutes. I am now made aware of that in real time and with the audio alert. Obviously, with this little button here, you can decide to either mute or unmute this audio alert depending on your own preference and maybe where you are when you're looking at this scanner. You probably don't want your boss hearing stocks getting read out loud. Next, the moving now scanner. This one will show stocks and it'll print a new line, should I say, if a stock moves at least up 3% in the last rolling 2 minutes. And if over that rolling 2-minute period, the stock has also traded at least 100,000 shares of volume. We keep all the light volume push crap off. I don't care that a stock went up 6% if it did it on 100 shares. That's not a tradable move. Who cares, right? And the final parameter is that these stocks will also be pushing. Go on, CGTL. I'm going to mute this for now while I'm talking. These stocks will also be pushing into local highs. I'm looking back over the last 10 minutes, and this stock must be breaking the highest high point over the last 10 minutes. So stocks that are moving up strong on heavy volume and breaking into local highs will get a line printed here in real time, as you've already seen happen a couple of times while explaining this scanner. And now listen, this is not like a proprietary thing. I have seen a handful of scanners that do something like this, a 2-minute percent change, and tracks it like this. But I've never seen one as limited as mine that has the requirements that mine has in order for a stock. By the way, there goes TRNR. You can't really tell, but hopefully you can see in this time column here, it is printing new moving nows because it is pushing into local highs. Again, you can see the time is now 12:31, 12:31, 12:31 instead of 12:29 as it was before. So there you go. There's another real time put. And when did we first alert this thing? I think we first alerted this stock during this push up to 107, 108, right? Well, since watching it, it's already gone up another 11%. In real time, it alerted you, hey, this thing is starting to move. Boom, you're already up another 11% in the position. Friday afternoon, oh my God, it's still flying. Still getting alerted here on our thing, still flying. Just went up another whatever, it's up 15% now. Anyway, Friday afternoon. I haven't even mentioned this yet. It's also the Friday afternoon of a holiday weekend. Monday is President's Day. So it's even slower than a normal Friday afternoon. And it put us on this move before it even happened in real time. You got the audio alert, you got the moving now. Everything puts you on this move immediately. Now, were you gonna buy like the stock as soon as it came out, and are you going to sell the very tippy-toppy high? No, of course not. But the idea is that the scanner provided you this opportunity. It has now made a 29% move in the last, what is that? That's like 5-6 minutes since we've been watching this thing, since it alerted us on the scanner. I don't want you to think like, and I have to say this legal jargon, blah, 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 like results are not typical, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to make 29% on every stock that pops up on this thing, by the way. Just that is the potential. You just got to see the real-time potential of this scanner. And because your market gauge is so hot, 93%, it's very hot today, you would have been more enticed to get in this thing and maybe even on a larger position and maybe even hold the winner a little bit more. For example, if this was in the yellow and your normal position size is $5,000 a trade, maybe you would have gotten in because it aligns with your strategy during this breakout or whatever. So you trade your strategy, you get in $5,000, and maybe you exit, you got in at 107 or wherever we've been painting from, wherever it alerted us. Maybe you got out at like 120, locked in the profit quickly, took your quick 10%. Obviously, you wouldn't complain about 10%. But since it's green, same thing. Like, it's still your same strategy. I'm not telling you because the market's hot, go break your strategies. No, of course not. Please trade your strategies, but maybe you take a little bit larger position size. Instead of $5,000, maybe you're taking $7,500. Maybe you're taking $10,000. And instead of selling at 120, maybe you tweak your exit strategy a little bit because now using that market gauge, hey, the market is really hot today. This thing definitely not guaranteed. Just because the small cap gauge is green does not guarantee the stock is going to have follow through, but it gives you a higher percentage chance of the stock having follow through. And that's all that matters in active day trading, stacking those percentage chances in your favor, right? So it has a higher percentage chance. So maybe instead of quickly selling at 120, maybe you sold, maybe you held, maybe you're still in. It's now pushed to 150. It's now, this is so crazy. I literally fired up this video. I didn't even know if I was going to post this. I was like, it's Friday afternoon before a holiday weekend. Nothing's probably going to move, so I'm probably not even going to post this video. But let me fire up the video anyway, see if I can get some good marketing material out there. We've just caught a 50% move in 7 minutes in real time. And once again, as I go back to what I was explaining, since the market is so hot, maybe you're still in. Like maybe you just sold at 140. I doubt you would have held up through 150. If your initial goal was to sell at 120, let's not kid ourselves. It doesn't mean you are holding up to 150, but maybe you sold at 135 or 140 instead. You make an extra 15, 20% in this trade, and you have the confidence to do so because of this small cap gauge. This is a proprietary calculation that I have built. You will not find this in other scanners. And I truly believe, yes, it's a little confusing. That's why I'm trying to explain it in depth, but I truly believe this is the most valuable part of this scanner. Not that obviously seeing stocks moving in real time, being able to sort your gappers by float and last high a day, all of that stuff is extremely valuable too. But this is super helpful. And it'll be super helpful the other direction too. There's going to be lots of days where this is in the deep red. So you're like, screw it. I'm just not going to trade today. And instead of losing the $500, whatever you would have lost because the market sucks, you just didn't trade. Avoiding losses and knowing when to not trade is just as important. I also won't lie to you. I planned on sitting here and recording for 2 hours, looking for opportunities. I don't know that I need to anymore. We just captured a 50+% move in real time on a Friday afternoon before a holiday weekend. If it can locate a move like this on a day like this, think of what it can do for you on mornings, on normal weekday mornings. Think of what the scanner can do for you. So please check out the scanner. Remember, until January 22nd, it is literally completely free. I don't want a username and password. I don't want your email. I don't want your credit card. Just go to daytradingstrategies.net. This is my website where I host and share all of my trading codes. It will be linked in the description down below, and then click on this purple button. You'll be taken straight to the scanner. So go take advantage of it. Go use it until the 22nd. I want you all to use it. Trey, why would you give this away for free? The reason is I need some load testing. I need some people. I want to see how this thing performs if hundreds of people are looking at it, right? And I want your ideas as well. If you like this scanner or you have some ideas for the scanner, please let me know in the comment section down below. That is why this audio alert exists. I posted a video on the scanner yesterday. Someone suggested audio alerts. Now you got audio alerts. So let me know something you would like to see if you want to access the scanner past January 22nd. Remember, if you're already signed up to DTS, DayTradingStrategies.net, you don't have to do anything. If you would like to get signed up, go ahead and click on Secure Your Plan. Here, you can access this scanner for just $45 a month, or even less than that, $400 for 12 months with the annual access. And remember, this is not just for the scanner. I have the sales page kind of pointed towards the scanner as to not confuse people. But if you sign up, this is the whole package. You are still going to get access to the 150 trading scripts as well. So you're going to get access to now everything at this price. And I won't lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and guarantee you put a date on it or anything. But prices, because of this scanner and the value, I think this scanner adds immense value to the DayTradingStrategies.net package. I think it's kind of fair to the business that prices might go up soon because of it. But I never raise prices for existing customers. I've raised prices a couple of times on my website. It is always only for new customers. I grandfather everybody else in. So if you would like to get locked in, you want to use this scanner, like to get locked in at a lower price, you know where to go. Just like quickly, by the way, while we were talking, hopefully you guys heard it. I think it was one of the audio alerts that went off while I was talking. PRFX, now your most recent high, up 11% in the last 2 minutes, lit up the moving now scanner. We can go take a look over at PRFX. Here's another move that was just captured by the scanner in real time. The stock is absolutely ripping face, and you would have been made aware of it once again as it was happening. I hope I captured that. I hope sort of in my little sales pitch there while we were talking through the scanner, I hopefully captured the PRFX alert. I heard it on my end. I don't know if I was recording. Hopefully I was, but there's another move. Once again, as soon as this thing broke highs on heavy volume, which happened right here, it was alerted on the scanner, and you just caught another 16-17% move on a Friday afternoon before a holiday weekend, using the DayTradingStrategies.net scanner.